Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
Good morning, everybody. Cappers Nation Live. We're here. Somehow, some way, we're here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Saturday, Halloween edition, October 31st. If I sound like I'm under weather, I'm not sick, I promise you. But I feel like I have the world's worst sinus infection, nonetheless. But we're alive, we're here, we're ready to rock, we're ready to roll. I don't feel the best, but if it sounds like I gotta blow my nose, I really do, but they won't let me. And I have been guilty of semi-blowing it, so it caused a couple nosebleeds, the stuff that I wasn't supposed to be doing. But nonetheless, we're here. My desk is a wreck. It's like I just ran in the office, but I've been here for a little while, battling the symptoms of recovering from the surgery. So good morning, everybody. Just bear with me this morning. It can be a little slower paced than normal. And if you see the screen pan off, it's because my nose just started pouring out blood and mucus and all of that good stuff. So bear with me. But nonetheless, we're here. We're alive. We're proud. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. Yeah, Edward, no blowing there. But we're still here. We ain't going nowhere, and going to take a lot to keep us down. So I do appreciate the day of rest yesterday, because there was no way whatsoever I would have been possible to do the show yesterday morning. That would have been absolutely impossible. No way, no how. If you guys know how drugged up I was at 6 o'clock yesterday morning, not even from the house could I have been able to comprehend what I was doing at 6 o'clock in the morning. But nonetheless, we're here. We're ready to rock. We're ready to roll. So let's keep it moving, and it's going to be another great day today. Another great Saturday coming for everybody. LT, good morning. Keith Davis, we count on you for the UFC card this evening. I don't do the UFC, luckily. Luckily, I don't do the UFC. FC does, but UFC is already posted on the website. UFC is already up on the website. UFC, the fight card, the max fight pick, all of that good stuff. Nathan Carter, that would have been perfect for Halloween, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be scaring all those new neighbors, making it sound like I'm sicker than shit, dressed up as a pirate. I'm gonna be one sick, bloody-nosed pirate, let me tell you. But good morning, everybody. Mr. Tremaine Reed here, nice and early. 17 Clipper, Nick, Michael, Pat, Eli, Brad in Australia, Michael, Timothy, Justice, Scott. I actually did sleep really good. I slept longer than I anticipated, apparently. William tuned in via text message. Mr. Mike Brown, good morning. Karen, thank you. Edward, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Kirk Gray, good morning. Neverez, good morning. T Money, good morning. Matt, good morning. Tim, good morning. Terrell, good morning. Mr. Davis, good morning. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Don't feel it, but we're here. I definitely look better than I did yesterday, that's for sure. Alonzo, good morning. Jose, good morning. Brian, good morning. Nathan, good morning. Nick, good morning. Mr. Valdez, Jerry, good morning. LT, good morning. Stack Guap in the house, good morning. How am I feeling? Like dog shit. Duke, good morning. Joe, good morning. Andre, good morning. We're definitely alive and grinding, and hopefully some wins this morning will ease the pain. Edward dress up as the Clemson quarterback, yeah, with COVID. That would be funny, huh? Poor kid. Keith Davis, you're a trooper, bro. I try, but I really wanted to do yesterday, but there was no way that yesterday was going to work. I mean, even today was. Last night I was like, oh yeah, I'll be fine in the morning. Well, you forget that you're taking pain pills, and all of that good stuff. So this morning, obviously, if I'm going to come to the office, there ain't going to be no pain pills. So good old Tylenol, let me tell you, is not doing the trick this morning. Avery, how do you find the UFC picks? If you've already bought them, if you guys have multiple packages, remember, if you're using a cell phone or a tablet, turn it sideways. Once you turn it sideways, scroll down just a little bit. Look for your username. Right next to your username or right below your username is a small little box with 4 little boxes inside it. Click that box. That will take you to your members dashboard area, and then scroll down. Alex, good morning. Recovery's going. It's moving along. It's moving along. Probably better than expected. Thank you, though. But nonetheless, we've made it. Just getting all my systems up and running, guys. So bear with me. Bear with me. And we'll get everybody taken care of. We're going to get you guys on some good plays today. Going to have some fun. Yeah, Mike, the way that I work with my system, and I don't know what games or how, you do your system or your bankroll, but myself, I just remain consistent. Hold on one second, folks. Okay. Justice, hey bud, I can't find the soccer plays. The games that I texted you, they're under the leagues that I texted you that they're on. So without giving them away on here, they're in the leagues that I texted. One's England Championship League. You click on England Soccer. The other one, you'd click on Spain for the La Liga League. If you're betting on Bet Online, just go to soccer, then click the individual leagues or today's place and scroll down until you find that league. Real Champ says FC been killing Bellator and UFC. Absolutely, FC has. He had a small couple slip-ups, a couple weeks ago, but other than that, I'll be honest, Abu Dhabi's a real hard card for him to handicap. If you guys remember, every single UFC event that he had in Vegas, he was nearly sweeping the board on. So he's glad that they're back in Vegas. Glad to be back in his hometown where information is easier. He doesn't have to use WhatsApp and translators for the most part. Obviously, some fighters you'll have to, but for the most part, Abu Dhabi has been all the international fighters with a couple flown in from here, whereas most of the fighters in the States are from here. So the translation for him to be able to get his information from coaches and all of that stuff has been relatively easy here. So I know he's super pumped about having UFC back in Vegas. Should be the smaller 25-foot octagon, which 25 to 30 foot is definitely a different aspect that you have to handicap differently. He was actually telling me the difference in fighting styles and how they match up differently in a 25-foot cage versus a 30-foot cage. But yeah, he's got UFC later on tonight. Full fight card $29.99. Max fight pick $25. There's some parlays put in there. And again, if you guys see me grabbing my nose or you see blood start pouring down my face, feel free to just let me know, all right? Because it can and will come at any time. I know it's gross. I get it. But it's either that or no show, one of the two. My opinion, the show must go on, baby. So here we are. Alrighty. Sort of the one douchebag that doesn't like the fact that we sell my game of the week for $100 and he hopes that I don't recover. Well, he can fuck the fuck off. Raphael Finley. I'd like to see you say that to my face there, you little... Never mind. I'll behave. Gotta tell you, some people just don't know how to use their brains, that's for sure. He didn't like the game of the week, which was a winner. He don't like the fact that we sell it for $100. He definitely shouldn't show up on Saturdays. It's guaranteed Saturday, $150, guaranteed to win it. You get the next one free. And boy, is it going to be a good day today. Yeah, Mike, absolutely. Brad on YouTube, one of the comments from the last video that we posted. Thank you, Passport. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's probably here with a pen and pad. Probably is. No, just one of those drive-byers. Damn, Mike, that's not good. It's not good. Dr. Franco in the house. Christopher, good morning. Dennis, good morning. The other Christopher, good morning. Matt Capper in the house. Peter G up there. Good morning. All right, so a little on the rough side of games the last couple days. I admit it. I like to be able to blame it on, being drugged or the recovery or, something of that nature, but that's just definitely not the case, and nor could I blame anything on that, Nor could I blame anything on that. That's the truth. Yeah, Mike, I could give up the smell if no brain tumor and all that. Peter G says, Kyle, get well, disregard with people with little intelligence. I do. I usually I laugh it off. I mean, what else could you do? The guy's searching, free play videos, and he's wishing somebody not to recover, after a surgery. So, haters gonna hate. We gave out Hawaii yesterday as a free play, as an actual paid play. It lost. People didn't like the pick. That's fine. People are entitled to their own opinion. People are entitled to bet the other side. Hawaii got their ass kicked. It is what it is. I can't win them all, but the games have definitely been a little on the lackluster side lately. Looking to turn it up a notch. Or 10 today, let me tell you. Game of the week, we squeaked it in yesterday. Harold Tate, do you have to purchase guaranteed Saturday? If you lost the last one, no, you don't. You don't have to purchase it if you lost the last one there, Harold. Hell, even the people that I gave it to free last week that lost got this week's again. And Harold, I can tell, I'm looking in your account. Guaranteed Saturday's in your account. You just got to go log in. Peter, that guy's 2 sandwiches short of a picnic. I like that one. Obi-Zen, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, every day is another day. Every day is a new day. Every day is a better day for the recovery. So that's for sure. You know, no major complaints other than it sucks. I just want to blow my nose so damn bad. I think that's probably the biggest hindrance, is not being able to blow my nose. I hear you, Justice. Oh, he had Wyoming. Very nice. Chido, absolutely. I can't wait. Ross, my pleasure, brother. Dr. Franco says, never make any decisions or sign anything when you're on narcotics, right? I am free and clear of narcotics today. That is for sure. Hey, Duke, you know, that's a good way to do it, man. You know, not everybody's going to agree with me. You know, a lot of times, a lot of the plays that I put out, a lot of people always disagree with me, regardless if they're winning or they end up losing. Mike, it is. You know, and I was guilty last night of just like semi-blowing, like just breathing out of my nose heavy. And I don't know what the hell I blew out of there, but oh my God, let me tell you, I could feel it come through the little passage. Not that you guys all want to know, but it is the barbershop. It was fucking disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Just as I can say this, you are the coolest handicapper. I know not many would say the show must go on. The show must go on, baby. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Justice. Edward says, don't tell him that. Dr. Frankow's going to get the keys to the Jeep later. You don't want... well, if you get the keys to the Jeep, can you bring a battery? Because apparently the desert killed the battery. So we need a new battery in the Jeep. Got to pick up a new battery for the Jeep. But yeah, Edward, if you come here, brother, I'll let you take the Jeep out. Matter of fact, the rock crawling trails are not far from the house. Mike, man, I can't wait. That's all I keep hearing is once it dries out and you go to your follow-up appointment and then they get all the other gunk out that they do, Thursday can't come fast enough, let me tell you. Justice, man, I was asking my wife, can we go get one of those suction things? And apparently no. Apparently I wasn't even supposed to do what I did yesterday, and that's why I'm getting massive nosebleeds all of a sudden. Hopefully my wife's not watching. She'd be pissed if she knows that I was getting nosebleeds. Blame it on the drugs, right? Yeah, absolutely. So again, if you guys see me run off, it's because my nose is pouring out blood. Nego says the drugs are supposed to enhance the picks. You know, maybe later. Alex, I was going to this morning. I just didn't have time. Absolutely, Edward. Come on out, brother. We'll go fishing. Definitely, we'll go fishing too. All right, I'm just getting everything up and running. Pop everything up for college football today. We're going to go over some games. It's going to be more of a chill, relaxed vibe today just because the show must go on. I'm a tad bit under the weather, but we're here nonetheless. Remember, everybody that's on Guaranteed Saturday, if you were on it last week, we did drop it last week. We don't lose too many of these in a row. So here will be a nice big get back for everybody. So if you're not on it, here's your chance to get on it. It's already posted on the website. It is an early game. It is one of the 12 o'clock games. So you need to be signed up by 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Pacific. And we're going to have a grand old time today. Oh, Justice, what was the guaranteed play? It was the ECU and Tulsa over. We squeaked it in. Probably should have had it a lot sooner. A couple of those turnovers led to field goals, like really easy field goals where they should have been touchdowns, and we should have had it a lot sooner. But, beggars can't be choosers, especially in this industry. And I'll take the win as a win. King Kong, what you think? Coastal over, Wake Forest over, and Arkansas State over. Well, we'll try and take a look at those games, but I can tell you one thing. I don't have $1 on either one of those games. Tim, do not blow, mister. I know. Not even the slight little blows like that I'm not allowed to, and I did twice. And let me tell you, it felt good. It felt good. Leonardo, thank you. I appreciate that. Nathan says, Tulsa was BSing at home in the first half, scoring only 3 points. It was like their offense was real rusty when they came out. I noticed that in the first couple drives. I was like, this ain't the Tulsa that I was expecting. So at the half, I wasn't worried about it at all. I was expecting them to come out and light it up the second half. And that's exactly what they did. They lit up the scoreboard for us. And they finally got it for us, but nonetheless, it took a while. It took a long while. Okay. So we do have soccer today. Mike Brown, can you bring it back up your nose? Stupid but curious. Can I bring what back up my nose? The shit that I pull out? Justice, do I think Tony's widower will open up 5 dimes in the States? Yes, absolutely. 100% I do. It'll be 5 Dimes America is the name of the company. Mike, I wouldn't want to bring the shit that I blew out back in. That was what was causing a big problem. Aaron, if you're watching, sir, I've got your max fight pick for you going back up. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, Aaron, all done for you, brother. Dizzy, what's going on? Dizzy, everybody. Everybody, Dizzy's on Tulsa still. All right, Dizzy's on Tulsa. Just kidding, Dizzy. What's going on, brother? Alex, you should use Q-tips. Justice, at least you could talk, you were reading off the board, right? It ain't that bad. The hardest part is I guess I had a really bad bone spur in my nose from when I shattered my nose when I was in Australia. Whitewater rafting down the Tully River. Brad, are you in here? Have you ever whitewater rafted the Tully River? And shattered my nose. And I guess, this is years ago. Maybe 2006, so what, 14 years ago? Over. And it created a bone spur. And I guess that bone spur grew and was causing a blockage. So the hardest part is that they actually had to remove that bone spur. Other than the sinus surgery is the normal surgery, that they perform all the time, but mine was a little more enhanced. They had to work on my ear valves that keep clogging up. Jalen, I wish I would have kept the bone spur, but no, I didn't keep it. They would have offered it to me. I probably would have put it in a baggie and kept it on the wall in the bar as a trophy. Edward, you thought I got punched out there? No, man, I was a happy drunk sailor, let me tell you. And let me tell you, they got me drunk afterwards, too, because my nose was gushing blood the whole time. And let me tell you, so a quick little story since we are in the barbershop. So we're whitewater rafting down the Tully River. They put me and I was there with my first class. This gigantic 6'6". Didn't meet height and weight requirements for the Navy. How he got in, he ended up being a lifer as a DC-1, as a first class. And me and him were whitewater rafting. This dude's 6'6". He's got to be 350. He's just this massive guy, and bald and hairy, right? Bald and hairy. And here I am, 6 foot. I'm probably about $180 and bald as well. And they put us in the boat. There's some dude from Germany wearing like the smallest Speedo a man should ever be. Smaller than small that a man should ever be wearing. Some cool cat from Ireland. The guy was cool as shit. And then in the very back of the boat, they put a brand new couple straight from North Korea. And and obviously, even nowadays, even North Korea, South Korea, tensions are real high. North Korea and obviously United States, tensions are always real high. And but here they are. We've got 2 North Koreans in the back, a German, and an Irishman, and 2 U.S. Navy sailors. And then our rafting guide in the back. She's only about 5, maybe 5 foot. She was probably 4'11", and she's supposed to power this big ass raft from the back. And so they put me in the front. I was on the front right hand side. And I don't know if you guys ever whitewater rafted, but when you sit in the front, there's nothing to hold on to. Because, you're steering, you tuck your feet in to kind of hold yourself in. Well, going down the first rapid, I didn't have my feet tucked in good. I got thrown out. No problem. They picked me up, put me back in the boat, put me back in my spot. And couple rapids later, like a half hour. These were class 5 rapids. These were massive. The water was flowing. It was an amazing time. And yeah, I saw that Speedo burned into my brain, let me tell you. It had hot pink in it too. Little strips of hot pink. And I was like, what the hell is this? And so we're going down longer. And we're about a half hour, 45 minutes from our lunch stop. And there'll be a bunch of rafts there. And there's an exit point. If you get, you get injured, you can get exited out. They put you up in this, I don't even know what the hell you call it. Like a little rope operated elevator. It's how they get the food down where they're barbecuing for you. Barbecuing lamb chops and all the good stuff. And before we get there, about a half hour before we get there, I go flying out of the boat. No problem. They've got little checkpoints. Raft goes down one, and then they pull up and they wait. And guy gets out and he's got a little throw rope. That way, if you do fall out, they can catch you and secure you before you go down a rapids, because the last thing you want to do is go down a rapids not in your raft. So I go flying out, and you're not supposed to let go of your paddle. Well, I was going everywhere in the rapids. I ended up losing my paddle. So they went to go grab the guy behind me. Went to go grab my paddle instead of me. I was reaching for my hand. He grabbed my paddle first. Well, by the time he grabbed my paddle, that douchebag didn't grab mine in time, and the boat passed me. So, whatever. They teach you, go your feet first. I'm going by a checkpoint. Guy throws a rope. This ding-dong throws the rope with the little life bag behind me. Like, hello, we're going down the rapids here. Getting ready to go down a waterfall. You got to hit me with the rope. So he tries to get it in just ahead of me again, and he throws it right behind me. I go down the first rapid, hit your rocks on your back, and, got some cuts and bruises. I could tell it's going to be nasty on the back. And but nonetheless, I'm fine. And then go down to the next pool. You'd think, okay, no problem. They should definitely be able to hit me with a rope before the next one, right? No, these I don't want to. I'm not going to curse, but they must have missed the rope throw to me on purpose again because it went behind me again. Like these guys, they need some practice. Let me tell you, they ain't no cowboys because they wouldn't have been lassoing Jack Diddley squat. Let me tell you. So I go down a second rapid. Well, when I go down to the second rapid, my foot got caught in something or whatever, and it flipped my body over. When my body went over, and you're wearing a helmet and all that, and I just needed a full face shield apparently because when I went over, I went like that right into a rock, literally just boom, busted up my nose. That's why it's always been a little crooked and all of that. And blood was going everywhere. At that point, they threw the life rope out at me, and it was a perfect throw. This time it was a perfect throw. You had 2 more shots before that, and they missed. Just says, Dan, let me know where this is so I can never go. Nonetheless, got me in I rode down to the lunch spot in somebody else's boat, and with a big rag on my nose, and we got all that patched up, and they were offering, hey, you want to go out? I got busted. I got 2 black eyes. Instant black eyes. I looked pretty messed up, and they didn't have any beer there because they don't allow beer, any alcohol on it. But afterwards, you go to a bar and you have drinks, and I toughed it out. It was just a broken nose. I played, hockey with worse before, so. The show must go on, so continued down the river, did the rest of the trip, and let me tell you, I would rather done the raft than that little wire caged elevator thing going up like 3,000 feet to the top of the cliff. I wasn't having anything about that. Sly, really, Kyle, I heard you got drunk and called out a kangaroo in fisticuffs, right? One thing that you don't mess with is the kangaroos there. It's one thing you don't mess with. Edward says, sounds like a trip to the bodega in the rain. Hood tails. And, whatever. Just went about it. And, Chino says, just glad your nose was a problem from years of coke, like Artie Lang. Nope. Definitely not a coke nose, that's for sure. So, apparently I had a bone spur, and it was causing, like, some type of suction or something, causing my ear valves to close over time. So, it was a progressive problem that just kept getting worse. So lo and behold, here I am, 14 years later, and paying the price for it. Joseph, I see you just jumped on board the combo package. As well. I know you renewed it. Let me know that you got the games. I texted them to you earlier. But that's the barbershop story for today. What we're going to do now is Mike Brown says that's crazy. Sound like a bad day. It was a bad day, but it was a good day all in one. It's a good story, that's for sure. And and I got a picture from before, smiling and happy and all of that stuff. And then afterwards, it was just like somebody beat the shit out of me with 2 black eyes. Yeah, Nick, they were, how about that pass interference call, that flag from like 40 yards out? He's like, nope, I'm on the over. We need a flag here. I'm like, yeah. Actually, I thought that call, or that play deserved a flag anyway, so I'm just glad it actually came. Huh. One second, folks. Just getting everything ready to rock and roll. Give me one quick second. Huh. All right, so Brad Raphael's a new Oscar, right? Exactly. Now, we are going to have a good day today. And, Mike Swiss says, Kyle, even though it worked out for us, I think it was a fumble at the end. I think it could have went either way. I think he regained possession of it, but, hey, I'm just glad it worked out for us. Justice, do I watch all the games that I give out? No, I don't watch all the games. Regardless of what happens, luck or not luck, you do your research, you put in your work and your effort, you put in your plays, and there's nothing about watching the game that's going to impact the outcome of it. And obviously knowing, a certain quarterback is really shitty and sometimes is overinflated, you should always be able to tell that from the stats and all of that as well. I like to watch the games. I enjoy watching the games as a fan. I don't always, though. I don't always. Rookie MVP, what's going on? But again, a game winning because of a lucky turnover or a game losing because of an unlucky turnover. Sitting around for 3 hours to watch that happen, you're still betting on humans to do their job. So at the end of the day, every win, every loss, you're still waiting for humans to do their job and execute. So you still got to have luck on your side, no matter how good your information is. You still need luck on your side. No matter what. No matter what, at the end of the day, we're still going to need some type of luck on our side because humans still got, we're not betting on marbles that have, no brains. We're not betting on robots and we're not betting on computers. So at the end of the day, we still need humans to go out and execute what we put out. But nonetheless, soccer going all morning long. Football coming up. We do have soccer. There actually is a soccer play, not only a premium play, but I have a personal play, both different, in soccer coming up. And, I got to sneeze. This may not be pretty. They told me to sneeze. If I got to sneeze, I got to sneeze with my mouth open. That way I don't blow everything out. This could be bad. All right, it passed. Guys, got to bear with me if you start to see me about to sneeze. I might die. Literally. But nonetheless, I think we're going to start off with a free soccer play. Edward just farted and said, trust me, man, I'd much rather. Mike says, fade to black, right? No joke there. There's no joke there. If I sneeze, you guys probably do not want to be around for that one. I swear, I bet a parlay earlier, and I don't know if I just didn't hit submit or what, but I swear I did a 7-team soccer parlay for $500 that paid $6,000. Nigo, I'm a married man, so I can't talk about that on here. Justice, does anybody know an address so we can get in the ambulance, right? I might need one. Might need one. Oh, if that's the case. But I swear I did a 7-team soccer parlay with the first one being Real Madrid, but apparently I did not. Apparently I did not. All right, so, but what we are going to do, you guys cracked me up. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. We're going to get you guys on the soccer play, okay? All right, so I don't know about that one, Brad. That might be a little difficult. All right. Free play coming everybody's way. Free play coming everybody's way. Going to get it up for you guys. Real Madrid finishes 4-1. See, I thought that was on my parlay, but apparently it's not. Apparently that parlay never got made. So always double check, folks. Always double check or you'll be stupid like me. So today's game, I'm just popping it up. Want to get you guys the best odds here. And it does start in 8 minutes, so you guys have plenty of time. By the way, I do lean towards Bournemouth again. They did get me a win. I just didn't like how long it took them to get me the win. It literally came with like 7 minutes to spare, but nonetheless, they got the job done. But I'm not playing that one. All right, Swansea and the Blackburn Rovers. The total is 2.5. We are taking the over. This is England Championship Soccer, all right? England Championship Soccer. You click on English or England, it'll pop up. It's game 103-034, 103-035. Just as the board says, and it's up to minus 111. When I put it out, it was minus 107. The O is for over. And we'll get that free play board up for you guys so you guys can see it right there. Very first play of the day starts in 7 minutes. And while that screen is up, gives me perfect time to wipe a little crap out of my nose. So there's that one. Give me 1 second. We'll switch back to the main screen. Hopefully you guys all get that one in. By the way, happy Halloween to everybody. Daniel, UFC Max is up. UFC Max is up. And it's probably in your account. If you purchased it, or you're entitled to it because you have the combo package. But if you got it on a combo package last week, you won't be getting it this week because you got it last week. And yeah, you got it last week, Daniel. Which one? So if you want the max fight pick, you already won on it. You're entitled to one. And technically, as far as the guaranteed Saturdays go, we don't guarantee the individual games in the combo package. What we do guarantee is that package as a whole is a winning package. So while you haven't won on guaranteed Saturday yet, that's why they've given you credit towards that one. Not because you haven't won on it, but because the package isn't up yet. But if the package was up, you wouldn't have any of them. But since you've already won on the max fight pick, you bought it the other week. I know you had the combo package. Let me go back and take a look. Jeff, good morning. But Daniel, I'll take another look. I know you had the combo package. Okay, I do see it. You had the combo package. You lost on that, then you bought the combo package on a Sunday, so not a problem. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll get that credited into your account, so you just have to log in. Accounting probably didn't see that, so you've got it now. Ryan, I know accounting was, or not accounting, but the people that do the shipping, they ran out of hats, and they got them in, and then they should have gone out. I'll check. This is my first day back in the office in a couple days, but I'll check. I just put the orders in, and I know they went to a third party to ship everything, and then they had problems. And then I said, hell, I could do a better job. So if you guys get all the merchandise back from the third party, I'll be happy to do it myself. At least, I can get them out. Daniel, it's in your account, brother. So I know there was a delay when they switched everything to a third party to do all the shipping and all of that. And I don't think it worked out with the third party. They were trying to make it easier because, let's be honest, I'm in the business to pick winners, not to package hats. You know what I mean? But I don't mind doing it as long as people are going to get their stuff. So that's what I told them. So hopefully they pull it all back and they let me do it. All right, so nonetheless, hopefully you guys all got that free play in there. It's starting in 2 minutes. So while I switch all my screens to college football, that way we can start breaking down some games, I'm going to flash the free play board. So if you didn't get it, here you go. Whoops. Swansea and Blackburn Rovers. And actually, there needs to be a backslash in there somewhere along the line. Ooh. Missing an N. There we go. There we go. Get that one up. We will transition everything over to college football. We're going to go over some of the games for today. And as I said earlier, going to be more of a relaxed show today. I'm just glad to be here, to be honest. Happy Halloween, everybody. Nigo says he picks up. I'm going to pull up in my jet. Very nice. Give me 1 second, folks. think there's going to be some shocks and surprises in the UFC today. People relying on just favorites or might get a big opening today. Alrighty. Remember, 1 hour before Guaranteed Saturday. 1 hour before Guaranteed Saturday. Uno más. Or dos más. Cervezas, por favor. I could use a beer right now. Bloody Mary, maybe. All right, so going to jump right into it. And we're just going to go down the list. We're going to talk about some of the games. Obviously, we're not going to hit... I don't know why that happens every single time I open that up. It crashes on me. So give me 1 second, folks. Let me redo this real quick. Every time I open something up, it keeps crashing on me, which does me zero good for any of our breakdowns. All right, so let's try this one. This should work and treat us a tad bit better. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Obviously not going to be able to go over every single game on the board, but we're going to start with some. And these might be some quick leans. We'll start out with the Memphis and Cincinnati game. We'll start with Memphis and Cincinnati. Swansea City and Blackburn Rovers are underway, folks. That game is underway. Hopefully with good results for everybody. Good luck to everybody. All right. So Memphis and Cincinnati, guys, line on this one, where it sits currently. Memphis catching 6.5 is plus 100 at even money, which means you can get at 7 minus $1.10. Minus 6.5 at Bet Online is minus $1.20. True line should be 7, should be a touchdown, but they're obviously trying to sway action towards the Cincinnati side with money coming in on Memphis. Total over and under 56.5. Naya, what's going on from Maui? Thank you for tuning in. Glad to have you, as well as everybody. Glad to have you. I know I'm under the weather and don't sound very good and all of that, but we're glad to be here. And glad to have everybody. A stimulus package. We might need a stimulus package. Maybe for my personal plays. Might have to put one together. It's a good idea. You know, I did have that one restart package. I got all my plays until the end of the World Series. It might be time to do another one until the end of football for everybody. But as far as this one goes, first half line on this one, Cincinnati laying a field goal in the hook, 3.5, with a total over and under 28. First quarter total is set at 13 on this one. Take a look at this game, guys. First of all, you got Memphis 3-1 straight up, 1-3 against the spread, 1-3 to the over, and then you got the undefeated 4-0 Cincinnati Bearcats, who are 2-2 against the spread, as well as 1-3 on the over. Take a look at Memphis, guys. They're coming off 2 straight victories. They started out winning in the beginning of the year, beating Arkansas State. They fell flat against SMU. They ended up losing 30-27. And then Memphis battled back. They beat UCF by a 1-point super high scoring game where we saw 99 points. They beat them 50-49. And then we saw their Temple game where they beat them 41-29 last week. They did not cover the 14 points that they were laying last week. Here they are catching a touchdown against Cincinnati, who's 4-0. They beat up SMU 42-13. They beat South Florida 28-7. They beat Army 24-10, and they beat Austin P 55-20. They've been absolutely just rolling over teams. When people say no, the Bearcats are going to stop, they keep rolling. All right, Cincinnati 7-0 against the spread before playing playing Houston. Memphis is 6-21 against the spread. Their last 27 games on the road against opportunistic offenses, averaging less than 12.35 yards per point. In Cincinnati, 7-0 to the under against prolific scoring teams, averaging 36 points a game or more. Here you are, guys. You've got a Memphis offense that averages 38.8 points a game, as well as Cincinnati, who averages 37.2. Do the math. They're over. That's 76 points a game on average between these two, with a total sitting at 56.5. What's going to give? Offense or defense? Something's going to give. Either the offense is going to step up and they're going to shut both of these defenses down, or it's going to be the exact opposite and the offenses take over. In college, it's generally the latter. It's usually the offenses that don't have the breakdown. It's usually the defensive schemes and the defense that has the breakdown when it comes to one of them going to have to break. Here you are, Memphis. They give up 33 points a game. Cincinnati's going to get their points. Cincinnati's going to get their points. The fact that Temple put up 29, UCF put up 49, SMU put up 30, and Arkansas State put up 24. SMU's going to get theirs. That's a fact. It's a matter of, is Memphis. What is Memphis going to put up against the Cincinnati defense that's given up 12.5 points a game to the likes of 20 against Austin Peay, 10 against Army, 7 against South Florida, and 13 against SMU. This battle I look forward to watching. Memphis averaging 206 yards a game on the ground. Pretty diverse team. They run 84 offensive plays a game on average. It's pretty split, 43 to the run program, averaging 4.8 yards per carry. Definitely opens up play action pass where they're averaging 363 yards in the air, 8.9 yards per passing attempt. For the 7th-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats, they're averaging 212 yards on the ground, 5.4 yards per carry. Very little lackluster in the passing department where I'd like to see them. Only running when necessary, passing the ball when necessary, 195 passing yards a game, 7.3 yards per passing attempt. They are effective when they do pass the ball. It's just not as much to my likings as I would like. When it comes to the defensive programs and what to expect on defense, first of all, let's start with Cincinnati. They're giving up just 12.5 points a game. They give up 120 rush yards a game, 3.2 yards per carry. I look forward to seeing how Memphis can run the ball. I think Memphis can run the ball, and when they do, even just giving up 3.2 yards per carry, which is what the average Cincinnati gives up, they should definitely have an opportunity to run the ball, which when they do that will open up the play action pass. But Cincinnati's secondary only giving up 182 yards a game on average to 37 passing plays. They've been fantastic at shutting down Austin Peay, Army, which both of those programs are not big passing programs, than South Florida and SMU. So they've had fairly easy work in the 4 games that they've played. So I'd be a little careful with those numbers. They're even Steven on turnovers. But when it comes to Memphis's defense, they give up a lot of points, 33 points a game. 127 on the ground, 3.6 yards per passing attempt, 3.6 yards per running attempt, which will be plenty of room for Cincinnati to open up that play action pass and throw the passing game into the program where Memphis has been torched. So if this is going to be a game where Cincinnati opens up the playbook down the field, this will be the time to shine it where, Memphis has been getting torched. They've given up 440 yards throughout the air on average per game, 8.8 yards per passing attempt, and their defense and their team as a whole is +1 on turnovers. As far as the side on this game goes, I do lean towards Cincinnati laying the 6.5 here. I don't have an official play on this one. I did not play this game on the side, but I do lean towards Cincinnati laying the 6.5. I think they're a more superior defense. However, their defense just hasn't really been tested yet, and I think Memphis is going to give them their biggest test on defense to date. But I still, at the very end of the day, I don't think Cincinnati will have a problem covering that spread by a touchdown. So I do lean towards Cincinnati laying the 6.5. As far as the full game total, breaking news: the United States Navy SEAL Team 6 has rescued an American hostage in West Africa. Very nice. Gotta love our Navy SEALs. But as far as the total goes on this one, something's going to break, guys. The total is 56.5. I lean towards the over. All right, I do lean towards the over in this one. I think something breaks. I think the 56.5 is on the low side. I think this one, a lot of totals in college football the last 4 weeks have been juiced. A lot of the totals in the last 4 weeks have been juiced. This one, I don't think is juiced. I really don't. The betting public knows that the totals have been juiced. If you've been looking at them, you're like, man, that should be 69. That should be like 62. They've been juicing it by a touchdown lately. So as far as this one goes, I do lean towards the over 56.5. Joseph says SMU has scored on everyone except for Cincinnati. Absolutely. I do agree. I think the Cincinnati defense steps up. I think they get enough points to put the game over. I think Memphis scores. But at the end of the day, I don't think they score enough to keep it within a touchdown. Please do forgive me for the runny nose and snot sounding and all of that. It's blood, so it's a part of the recovery process. But glad to be here nonetheless. Tom, good morning. No, Edward, haven't seen a score yet. Haven't seen a score yet in that game. 0-0, 10 minutes in. 0-0, 10 minutes in. Yeah, the 9:50 mark. 0-0. Over 1.5 for the game live is minus 286. First half over a half is minus 182. Do I like Georgia over 42? Off the top of my head, I think Georgia's the better team in that game. I think they get close. Joseph, with all intents and purposes, it should go over. With all intents and purposes, it should go over. Yeah, Edwards, definitely a good one right there. Long as they get one. Remember, a lot of these games, they don't necessarily score a lot in the first half. Some of them light it on fire in the first half, and not all of them get there. Not all of them get there until the second half, where they just light it up on fire. But yeah, I'm definitely banking on them scoring a goal in the first half. LT, I was actually just texting you right now, brother. Welcome back on board. Welcome back on board. Passport DLL, give me a game number. Give me a game number and I'll have it coming your way. LT from the north, I got my text going to you right now with my personal plays. Premium plays are online. All right. All right, LT from the north, got you on board. Exactly, Edward, exactly. Jamar, man, it definitely made me look uglier. Definitely made me look uglier. Mike Z, it's from my surgery. Passport, give me the game number, like 163 and 164 or whatever it is. Not what the line is. Give me the game number. That way I can search it easier. Thank you, Jamar. I appreciate that. So I guess one of the side effects of this surgery is you feel like you have the world's worst sinus infection afterwards. It's all the gunk, the blood, the mucus built up. And let me tell you, this shit's no joke. You do. I feel like I just got sick. That's the crazy thing. And we keep crashing it again. This thing hates me today. Minnesota, yeah. Minnesota losing outright yesterday. All right, I got one up that we'll go over real quick. Georgia and Kentucky. I know a lot of people asking about this one. Georgia and Kentucky. Early game. Another game I do not have $1 on. Edward says they should score. It's not, budging from 170. I'd love it if it did. I'd love it if it did, that's for sure. I've got the Chelsea game on my iPad, but I don't have the Blackburn Rovers. Chelsea missed a good opportunity there. But anyways, Georgia, Kentucky, guys. Early game. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. No, this is not the guaranteed Saturday game. I agree, Edward. It's coming. And I'm looking forward to it to come. That's for sure. I'm just waiting to see an update. Just waiting to see it come across my screen. And we'll all celebrate. As long as you bet the over 1, right? Or over a half live. Hopefully we get it. Still plenty of time. We got over about 30 minutes left in the first half with Swansea City putting the pressure on. We've only had 1 shot in that game. So hopefully they get at least 2 shots, right? Because you can't score without the shot. All right, so first of all, let's pop up the live odds for this game. And we'll go over, break it down. For everybody. That Michigan number is jumping. Michigan was down to 21 this morning, back up to 22 right now, and rising. Actually, 21.5. Clemson down to 25.5. One second, folks. 1 second, guys. Jamar, if you're logged in, brother, I'm getting your access for you. And you're good to go. Your UFC's back up. Edward, when will it drop? It'll probably drop at that 30-minute mark, with 15 minutes left, I'd imagine. All right, so take a look at this game, guys. First of all, Georgia laying that big number. It's up to 17.5, minus 108. You can get 17 at minus, actually, yeah, you get 17 at minus 10 or minus $1.18. Plus 17.5 for Kentucky at minus 112, over and under 42.5. With the first quarter total at 9.5. And the spread at 3.5, as well as the first half total at 22.5, with Georgia laying 10 in the first half. When you start taking a look at this game, guys, first of all, number 5 Georgia coming off a bye week, eager to definitely get rid of that taste that Alabama left in their mouth. Georgia coming off that 41-24 victory over Alabama, or loss over Alabama, excuse me. Before that, they had 3 straight wins, beating Arkansas, Auburn, and Tennessee, 37-10, 27-6, as well as 44-21. Jake, I'm hanging in there, recovering from surgery. Sucks, but nonetheless, we're here. Nonetheless, we are here. Excuse me. So if I sound like I'm sick, I'm not. Just got a lot of blood in my system. We got to purge out. But nonetheless, take a look at their big opponent today. Good old Kentucky. Started out the year, they lost to Auburn 29-13. Then they lost 42-21 to old Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. Then they absolutely nearly shut out Mississippi State. And Mike Leach in his air raid attack, they held him to 2 points, 24-2. Then they came back, they beat Tennessee 34-7. Sorry, Daniel, if you're watching. As well as giving it right back and losing the very next week to Missouri. Just when we thought Kentucky was picking up their game, they lose to Missouri 20-10. Jalen, how do I like Clemson and Boston College? I think Clemson still beats the shit out of them, to be honest. If you really think Clemson only has one quarterback in their program that's capable to run that program from start to finish, we're all sadly mistaken. It's like Alabama. It's just who's next up. It's just who's next up. Just one to the other. We're going to get a little prelude to next year today. That's for sure. Dr. Franco, I said I lean toward Cincinnati and the over. As far as this game goes, we're going to jump into the numbers here, and then we'll start taking a look at some of the other games. Maybe 1 second real quick. Got to text out my games to a client that just signed up. Thank you, Rich, for jumping on board the combo package. Give me 1 second, folks, and we'll finish this breakdown. Little slower pace show today, obviously, because I'm under the weather. But we'll pick it back up. All right. All right. So when you start jumping into the numbers for this game, first of all, Georgia 17-7 against the spread against a resilient defense that's allowing more than 17.25 yards per point. Excuse me. Kentucky 0-8 against the spread after playing Missouri. Please confirm receipt. Just letting. Thank you, Rich, for jumping on board. Fast Freddy, what's going on, sir? Hope you're doing well, brother. Aaron says, man, these write-ups are good. Love the UFC shit. You know, real quick. Actually, let me do this, then we'll talk about UFC real quick. So as far as these numbers go, first of all, Georgia averaging 33 points a game. Kentucky 24.4. When it comes to the defensive side of things, Georgia giving up 19.5 and Kentucky giving up 20. All right, Georgia averaging 165 yards rushing the ball a game, 4 yards a carry. Definitely enough to open up the play-action pass where they've been averaging just 253 in the air, 7.1 yards per passing attempt. And then there's Kentucky, averaging just 184 on the ground. Stellar number there, 4.7 yards per carry, but just 123 in the air. Where Kentucky lacks in the air game, they've been trying to make up for the run program, but it just really hasn't happened. Their offense has been very lackluster. And going up against one of the top defenses in the SEC, I think they're going to have a hard time. Georgia just giving up to 65 running yards a game, 2.2 yards per carry. As far as Georgia goes, Edward, we got that goal, brother. Swansea City, Blackburn Rovers, it's 1-0, Swansea City. We got one, Edward. Great call on that one, on the live betting over a half. Very nice, very nice, very nice. We got one goal. 2 more to go, baby. 2 more to go. As far as, you know, what Kentucky is going to be up against with Georgia on defense. Georgia's run defense has been outstanding. They average defending 30 running plays a game, giving up just 2.2 yards per carry. If Kentucky thinks they're going to come in here where they already struggle to run the ball and just come in and just run the ball, they're going to have a hard time. They're going to have to use that passing game. It's the one way to beat Georgia. They've been giving up 253 yards a game, 6.8 yards per passing attempt. Other than that, Georgia +1 on turnovers. When you start taking a look at the other side of the field, Kentucky, on the other hand, they give up 129 on the ground, 3.5 yards per carry. Right up in Georgia's wheelhouse, so definitely open up the play-action pass. Where Kentucky has been giving up 228 in the air, 6.3 yards per passing attempt. Perfect numbers right there for Georgia to take advantage of them. They are +3 on the turnovers. It's the one thing that I do like about Kentucky is even though they're a little lackluster, being 2-3 straight up and 2-3 against the spread, 1-4 to the over, they are +3 on the turnover, which is rare to have 5 games in and still be plus on the turnover and not have a winning record. But then again, you're talking about just straight SEC conference play here. So as far as this game goes, the 17.5, I'm off of on the 17.5. Premium play members, Chelsea with the goal, 1-0 Chelsea. As far as the side of this game, Georgia laying 17. They should be able to cover it, but again, it's something that I'm not on. These games historically go under the total. But the total being 42.5, I think is a little bit on the low side. I think the books have the books knew that we had a lot of totals juiced the last 4 weeks, and here we are. I see a lot of totals being a little on the low side this week. I see some slim pickings. I don't know necessarily if this is going to be it. It's basically going to be up to Kentucky. If Kentucky can put up 2 touchdowns or even 3 touchdowns up on the board, I think it'll be a very good opportunity for the game to go over. If they can put up 17 points on Georgia, this game should go over. But I do lean towards the over 42.5. And the only reason why it's a lean, I think that it'll go over. But the only reason why it's just a lean is for the fact that I just don't know if Kentucky's going to be able to score enough against Georgia. So other than that, Georgia going to take their sweet diddly time. As far as the first quarter over 9.5, I do kind of like that. All right, I do kind of like that. And again, I do lean towards the first quarter over 9.5. I think Georgia will come out. They will score probably in their first possession, if not their first or second. Georgia will score. It's just going to be a matter of if Kentucky's going to score or not. If I had a little more faith in them, I'd probably play the first quarter over 9.5. As far as Georgia laying 10 in the first half, again, either Kentucky comes out and they light the scoreboard up and they do enough to keep it within 10 in the first half, or Georgia comes out, and if that's the case, Georgia's going to come out, they'll adjust in the secondary and shut them, or the second half, and shut them down. So as far as that one goes, I'm not too sure of the first half. There's some where I like the first half and some games that I just don't. And again, it's all going to be based on, what we see out of Kentucky. This may be a live game opportunity, maybe a teaser opportunity, but then again, this one, my gut says stay away. As far as the total goes, I'm more of a lean on the over than a stay away, but it's just the fact that, you just don't know what you're going to get out of Kentucky on this game. Don't forget that big combo package where you can get a week of premium plays. You can get a week of my personal plays, as well as guaranteed Saturday here in 29 minutes. You'll get the UFC Max Fight pick later today. And you'll get that big Sunday NFL play tomorrow, which we're 7-0 on the year. And if you guys liked last week's, the week before that, the week before that, 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 and the week before that, then you're going to love tomorrow's big Sunday NFL play as well. And I'm telling you, you'll like the guaranteed Saturday play today. Guaranteed Saturday will be a nice money play. So, next game that we're going to do, we're going to go right down the list. We're going to start doing some other games. We'll hit some of the later games now. Trying to focus in on, I know most of you guys that are here are on our plays. I know a lot of you aren't, but a lot of people here, for the most part, are on our plays. So I want to touch on some of the games that we're not on. That way we can help some people out, especially on games that people have already asked me on and whatnot. But Missouri and Florida. Missouri 2-2 straight up. Florida 2-1 straight up. We're going to talk about this game. It's game 193 and 194. But first, give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. One quick second. Be nice to see another goal in the Swansea City Blackburn Rovers game for everybody that took the over 2.5. It'd be nice to see one more before the half's over. You could actually get it live right now for the first half over 1.5, assuming they would get another goal in the next 14. Plus stoppage time is actually pretty juiced at plus 155. I kind of like that. To see another goal. Ronald Brown, how's your breathing? Do you have to breathe out your mouth only? Ronald, yeah, I got to breathe out my mouth. I have literally nothing out of my nose. My right nostril's completely clogged. My left's been put out some nasty blood shit. And my right is got a slow dripper today. My right's got a slow dripper, which is weird because you could tell it's probably because I was breathing a little heavy out my nose to try and get some, of that gunk out. And I caused it to bleed. So hopefully my wife's not watching because she was yelling at me all night long. Don't blow your nose. Don't. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just breathing heavy. She told me not to breathe heavy. So, but yeah, it definitely sucks to have to breathe out my mouth. Shane says, what's up, Kyle and Cap Nation? Been busy working. What surgery did you have, Kyle? Very dedicated going to live right away, like Oklahoma State, Northwestern. Thanks, Shane. I had... I've been getting these ear infections, what they thought was ear infections, and it's because my ear valves were staying shut. Well, my ear valves were staying shut because apparently 16 years ago I smashed my nose and shattered my nose so bad that it created a bone spur. That bone spur grew this way, and it caused there to be a blockage and some type of create a suction or something. And when it did that, it was causing my ear valves to stay shut. Which, I'm going to be honest, it feels like right now, it feels like I'm on an airplane. It feels like I'm on an airplane at 30,000 feet and I can't pop my ears. Other than that. And so they went in, cut me open, removed a bone spur, however the hell they do that. Removed a bone spur from when I shattered my nose, and then put balloons in, blew up my sinuses, went in there, worked on my sinus things, worked on my ear valves, all of that stuff. And feel like total dog shit right now, but hey, we're here. But nonetheless, we're here, and we're ready to rock and roll. Joshua, good morning. Yeah, Ronald, I did get some saline spray, and I'm allowed to do like a nose flush or something like that. I got to get distilled water, something like that, later on today once I get home. So, but after the live show, I'll finish what I need to do here, and then gonna go do the whole family thing for Halloween, which I'm very excited for. Very excited for. Yeah, Edward, I'm still getting it's minus 182 for the over in that game that you were talking about. But I am watching it. It's minus 182 right now. Minus 175. So monitor it and see what happens. Alex, stepping into a sauna would do me good. Probably. I don't know if that'll do good for what they want, but I don't know if I can get in a sauna or not. But trust me, man. Chappelle, you're very welcome. If I could get the gunk out and all of that stuff, I would. Justice, that means don't breathe at all, right? And probably is what it meant. Don't breathe heavy. Means don't breathe at all. Yeah, you know, one thing to remember, guys, the Portuguese soccer from during COVID when we played a lot of them. When we played a lot of them, guys, just remember, a lot of them were low-scoring games. There's been some Portuguese soccer lately, the last little while, last couple days anyways, where we've seen some rare high-scoring games. Joshua says, Kyle, always there for Cap Nation. That's what's up. What's up, Speedy Recovery? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, Edward, I'm going to keep an eye on it. It's down to 167 now, so it's dropping. Shane says, a winning day will help me breathe. You know, the game of the week yesterday definitely helped me breathe. Helped me breathe a sigh of relief, that's for sure. I was very happy to see that. And I noticed I have more drippage now because, I mean, I've been laying in bed, you know, propped up. So obviously the stuff's been staying back there, drying up. So now that I've been leaning forward, I get a lot of flow, which is probably a good thing, but it's a pain in the ass, especially when you're trying to film a live show and I'm always wiping my nose. I'm only wiping my nose so the blood don't drip down my face. All right, so taking a look at the next one, Missouri and Florida game, 193 and 194. We'll take a look at that one. We'll bounce around a little bit, put you guys on another play. I would definitely love to see another goal in the Swansea City Blackburn Rovers game before half in the next 7 minutes. Which would be delightful. LT says, yesterday was a stressful game. You know, they're all stressful. Every game is stressful. You know, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And You get what you get. You know what I mean? So put in your bets. Try not to stress about it. Do your thing. And try to have a good day. That's all you could do. In reality, that's all you can do. All right, so Missouri catching the big 14 here, catching the 2 touchdowns against Florida, laying the 2. Total over and under 61.5. What are we going to see out of Florida today? They are coming off their loss against Texas A&M where they lost 41-38. Florida's defense, very lackluster when it comes to defending the pass. And definitely would like to see them be able to shut down Missouri today to step up their game. Florida 10-2-1 against the spread. Their last 13 games at home against mediocre teams, outscoring opponents by more than 4.5 points per game. Missouri 2-2 against the spread, 3-1. Excuse me, Missouri 2-2 straight up, 3-1 against the spread, 2-2 to the over. Jeffrey, don't bet at all and you'll be fine. You never know. You never know. Florida 2-1 straight up, 1-2 against the spread, 3-0 to the over. All 3 games from Florida have gone over the total. Mississippi, they put up 51-35. South Carolina, it was 38-24 with a total of 57. And then their game against Texas A&M where they lost, it was 41-38. As far as Missouri goes, started out losing, lost their first 2 games of the year, losing 38-19 to Alabama, losing 35-12 to Tennessee, coming back, beating LSU 45-41, and then beating Kentucky 20-10. I liked what I saw out of Missouri last week. I was on Kentucky last week. They absolutely shut them down last week. Georgia has won 3 straight against the spread, winning at Kentucky. Not a problem, not a problem. Give me 1 second, folks. Edward, that one live line is down to 143. Not bad now. Not bad now. Shane says, without a little stress, it's no fun. Jeffrey, thank you, sir, for jumping on board. 3 days of premium plays. Mr. McCarthy, thanks for jumping on board the UFC Max Fight Pick. As well as everybody else that's jumped on a package so far. Guaranteed Saturday as well. Don't forget 17 minutes away. 17 big ones away. All right, so as far as Missouri goes, averaging 24 points per game, 149 on the ground, 3.6 yards per carry. Definitely enough to open up the play action pass. 269 in the air, 8.4 yards per passing attempt. Brad, I would love nothing more to be able to blow my nose, and if I did, I'd just blow blood everywhere. But I would love nothing more to just let it rip, let me tell you. I'd love nothing more just to let it rip. As far as Florida goes, averaging 42.3 points per game, high-scoring offense, averaging just 122 on the ground, 4.8 yards per carry. They only run the ball 26 times, where they pass it 35. Their offense has scored so many times that they seem to not be on the field for very much, just averaging 61 offensive plays a game. It's because they score quick. As far as their offensive numbers in the air, 392 or 342 in the air, 9.7 yards per passing attempt is what they're averaging through the air. When it comes to the defensive side of things, Missouri giving up 31 points a game to the 33.3 of Florida. Missouri holding teams to 122 yards rushing, 3.8 yards per carry. 242 in the air and 8.4 yards per passing attempt is what they give up. They're -4 on turnovers. Whereas on Florida, guys, they're giving up 33.3 points per game to opposing offenses. Florida's defense hasn't been able to slow teams down. You know, they've been able to outpace Ole Miss. They've been able to outpace South Carolina by 2 touchdowns. and they were not able to stop Texas A&M. They gave up 164 yards on a game on the ground, 4.1 yards per carry, as well as that air attack. They have not been able to defend the passing game at all. They give up 331 in the air, 8.6 yards per passing attempt. This is where Missouri's going to have to exploit the Florida defense. And this is also where Florida's going to have to step up. If they can't defend in the secondary and stop Missouri on those third and longs or second and longs and then third and shorts, it's going to be a long game for Florida, kind of like it was against Texas A&M. But I don't think Missouri's up for that task. I think Florida wins this game. I think I don't want to call it a coasting victory because I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think they're definitely going to be in for a battle. And I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think they'll be able to do enough to get the job done. As far as laying the 14, I think that's a true number. Actually, you can get 13.5 minus 117. As far as this one goes, I do lean towards Florida laying the 13.5 minus $1.17 at BetOnline. As far as the total goes, at 61.5. I don't think they're going to be able to completely shut down Missouri. I think Missouri is going to be in a prime spot to score points. Hell, Jalen says Missouri in a spot for an upset. If Florida can't step it up on defense, Missouri will be live. I agree, Edward. I agree. But yeah, so I do lean towards the over 61.5. Give me 1 second, folks. Edward, I got excited. I put an alert on the wrong Portuguese game just to see, and it said it was 2-0 at half. I'm like, damn, I missed that it was 1-0. Corey Robinson, what was the free pick again? Well, we gave out one so far, and it was on Swansea City and the Blackburn Rovers over 2.5, and that's 1-0 in that game. But as far as football goes, I haven't given away a free play yet in this video. Chelsea is 1-0 at the half. Swansea City, Blackburn Rovers. I was really hoping for a second goal before half. And they turned it up after halfway through. They were, had one shot on goal. Or one shot period, wasn't even on goal. They've definitely picked up the pace. They definitely picked up the pace in that one. And they're up to a total of 9 shots with a whopping 2 on goal by Swansea City. I love Portuguese sausage. I love me some linguiça, if that counts. Swansea City and the Blackburn Rovers, half 1-0. We need 2 goals in the second half to get that nice personal play as a winner. We'll get it. We'll get that one. Remember, 11 minutes before guaranteed Saturday. 11 minutes before guaranteed Saturday. Alrighty. Ready to rock and roll this morning. So, again, I do lean towards the over in the Missouri and Florida game. Tim, we're frozen. Perfect opportunity for me to adjust what you guys can't see then. In my nose, anyways. Let me tell you, my nose is a big flipping problem today, let me tell you. So then they put you on some steroids afterwards. And help everything go back to normal. So we're dealing with that. But nonetheless, it's time to get some free plays on the board. It's time to get something going, guys. We got 10 minutes before the games go off. And want to put you guys on some good stuff. And want to put some money in your pocket. That is the name of the game. Unless your name is like Raphael Finley, then you're just a douchebag. And, well, we'll leave that douchebag alone. And yes, I encourage you guys, fade me on all my free plays long term. Let me know how that works out for you. Let me know how that works out for you. When you do, don't come crying, all right? When you do, don't come crying. Edward about ready to get smacked when his wife sees that comment. All right, so we got just a couple more minutes and I'm able to manage to stay live. I will be live tomorrow. We'll be back to our normal time, 6 a.m. tomorrow. 6 a.m. tomorrow. And Nigo says, cash it in and blow your nose. Oh, man. God, if I could blow my nose, I would. If I could blow my nose, I would 100%. That's for sure. So here's my dilemma. I'll give you guys a free play. We hope it wins. Let's just say I give you one of my personal plays. I mean, I have 4 personal plays left. If I give you one and we end up 4-1, it'll be the one that I lose. Seems to be what happens. But nonetheless, we're going to get you on one. And we're going to have some fun. All right, we're going to have some fun. As far as Joshua, all 50 KO, that's a big percentage right there. As far as free play goes, in just a few minutes. Man, my nose is killing me. As far as the free play goes, Michigan State, Michigan. I know we didn't talk at all about this one. We probably should have. Let me get this one open and refresh the lines. Justice the line on Kyle sneezing. Ah, man. If I do, I got to sneeze with my mouth open. You know, when we put out Michigan, we put them out at minus 21. You could still get them. You have to buy them down a point. I like Michigan, guys. It is a free play. It is a premium play. I'm going to put it up on the board. But I'm taking it. I took it at 21. We got it at 21 earlier. I know some people are getting 21.5. Some people might even get 22, minus 105-ish. I took them at 21. I didn't have to buy the hook. But if I was getting them again right now, I would take them and I'd buy the hook on them. That's what I would do. That's what I would do personally. That's what I would do personally. So let's get that one up on the board. Michael, I apologize for your Sparties today. You know, they were going to get blown out anyways. The fact that we're going to make some money on them, you know. So if you got to buy it down, you know, you probably, to be honest, you probably don't need to. But I did just to be safe. You know, remember, guys, we're betting on Harbaugh and his coaching. All right. Obviously, you know, he's a man on a mission this year. He thinks he's found his quarterback to get him a national championship title. I think he's going to have an opportunity to, but he's got a big schedule ahead. And this is definitely going to be one of the games where he's got to get through it. Sarah, thank you for jumping on board. Not only guaranteed Saturday, but I know you bought the Sunday play as well. Don't forget, guys, after today, the big Sunday NFL play, we have not lost one all year. We're 7-0, And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love what we're going to be putting out tomorrow for our Sunday NFL play. I mean, I love our guaranteed Saturday play. Don't get me wrong. I hammered the snot out of it. Matter of fact, I just bet it for even more literally right now. But I definitely think not only does guaranteed Saturday win, but it's definitely going to be an amazing weekend, that's for sure. So if you're not on board, now's the time to get on board. If you're not on board, now's the time to get on board. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, so I will more than likely have more free plays later today, but here's the kicker. If you want the other free plays, you have to follow me on Twitter at CapNationKyle. As soon as that damn screen unfreezes on me, I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't even know if we're live anymore. Like my computer just crashed on me. Hopefully we're still live. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Because I have no idea. I literally have no idea if we're live or not. But if you can hear me, you need to follow me on Twitter. And I think the stream just crashed. There we go. We're back up and running. Holy shit, it went to that screen. There we go. I don't know about you guys, but I'm still here. Audio's good? Okay, screen will be back up. Joseph Brownie, you already follow? Fantastic, thank you. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you need to. So follow me on Twitter. There's mine as well. See, not all of you do. Matt, thank you. Jack, thank you. As well as follow the company on Twitter at Cappers Direct. Okay? Here's a link to theirs as well. Between those two Twitter accounts, there will be more than likely additional free plays for today. Maybe on mine, maybe on the company's. But make sure you follow both of those. So let's have a good time today. Blackburn Rovers, Swansea City. We need a big second half. We need 2 goals in that game. For everybody rolling with Chelsea on our premium play, which we put out on Chelsea. On the money line. We're already up 1-0. Would love to see a big second half from them to where they can pull away. That way we can have a stress-free soccer victory there, hopefully. And it'd be nice to start the day off perfect in soccer for everybody. See, Mike Smith following the company account. Thank you, Mike Smith. Follow both because between one of those accounts, there will be more free plays. Alex is saying sneezy keezy. Yeah, I definitely wish I could get rid of some of this gunk in my nose. Nigo says I made a Twitter just to follow my guy. Nigo, you're killing me. Oh, yeah. And the inside joke between Nigo and myself is my ear needs a winner. So, good luck, everybody. Let's pound the books today. I do apologize for the very low and melancholy live show, but tomorrow will be better. Joel says, I'm doing good on your free plays, up a couple hundred. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I know this week free plays have sucked. All right, free plays will turn around, I promise you. I'll be the first to admit when plays suck and premium plays, my personal plays, they've been off their rocker the last week. So definitely due for a straight and narrow. I mean, we had that nice big 4-0 day that I had in soccer, but other than that, the plays have been lackluster. I'll be the first to admit it. And we're going to fix that. We'll fix that. We always do. It's all about the system and following the system. So we'll have a good day today, guys. Enjoy, everybody. Alex says, bye to the 6 douchebags with the thumbs down. Yeah, haters are going to hate, yet they're here taking our free plays. So, and again, to the haters out there that want to talk shit on our YouTube page or whatever, by all means, feel free to fade. All right, feel free to fade. Nobody's requiring you guys to bet with me. If you guys want to fade, by all means, fade away. Just let me know how it works out in the long run. Don't come crying, begging for help when you fade, and in the long run, you get your ass handed to you. Because, anybody can have a bad week, and everybody will have a bad week, but it's what you do after your bad weeks, all right? And everybody knows our bounce backs are sweeter than the losses. So today's free plays, I expect to go 2-0 from just a live show. So stand by for some more, and we'll have a Sunday free play video out, as well as some other good stuff, all right, guys? Good luck, everybody. Justice, Alex, Joshua, Scott says group hug. I just blew my nose. Boy, did it feel good. Screw you. That's not very nice. Scott, thanks for rubbing it in. Robert S. says, good luck on that soccer game for those that played, and good luck to all today. Hope you feel better soon, Kyle. Thank you. Thanks for the show. You're very welcome. Absolutely, Nathan. All right, guys, I'm out of here. And we'll ear you tomorrow. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody. Let's have a great day today. Good luck, everybody.